Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to today's edition of the Sport Hobby. I am Salifu Usman. We sincerely apologize for coming behind schedule. It's due to some circumstances beyond our schedule, beyond our control. However, I can assure you that you are not going to miss anything as we ensure that all the stories and all that needed to be given to you will serve you with a delicious sports story. Because yesterday, the Star Students PSB side crashed out of the Champions League. And at the same time, the Flying Eagles of Nigeria will square up against their Tunisia's counterpart tomorrow on the losers game, the third place match of the ongoing African Youth Championship. And we were starting from the south when the Nigerian Premier League champion River United will later any moment from now take on the darling club of Motema Pembe or from Democratic Republic of Congo in the CAF Confederation Cup. The match was originally scheduled yesterday to take off, but unfortunately, as we gave you the news yesterday, but unfortunately, the Congolese side failed to turn up for the match as they arrived late for the championship and all efforts to get it. But however, the organizers of the competitions, the CAF, decided to postpone the match to today. And any moment from now, the Nigerian League champions will take on the darling club Motema Pembe of the Congolese side in the first leg between the two sides. Nigerian champion emerged champion, emerged victorious with beating the Congolese side 1-0. And any favorable result, we are hoping that if the River United are able to get the desirable result, possibly beating their visitors today, that will give them a 9 point and possibly a qualification for the next round of of the of the competitions. Well, the Flying Eagles, as I told you earlier, will be taking on their Tunisia's counterpart tomorrow in the crucial third place match of the ongoing Africa Youth Championship. And ahead of the match, the former Super Eagle goalie, the former Super Eagle goal shot stopper, the one we call the Epita Rufai Dodo Mayana, has urged the Ladamboshu side to focus on the game and redeem their image. He said that the only thing the Flying Eagles can do to themselves and redeem their image is to ensure that they beat Tunisia in tomorrow's third place match. He said there's no need for players to keep on blaming themselves and lamenting over a mistake that cost them to reach the final, losing the semi-final to Gambia. If you will recall, the costly mistake in the 7 minutes of the encounter between the Nigerians and the Gambia by the inspirational captain Bameyi caused Super Eagles a 1-0 defeat against Gambia. And since then, all has not been well within the camp of the Flying Eagles, and the players they have their head down, blaming themselves, accusing themselves how the costly mistake caused them their determination and their desire to get to the final and win the Africa Youth Championship for the eighth time. But the man who knows better say that mistakes are bound to make in the world of football, and there's no need for you to lament of what has happened in the past. But however, focus on the next. Focus. All you need to do is to focus on the next assignment. According to Dudu Mayana in the state, and I quote, I don't think it will be ideal for the players to be blaming themselves for the mistake that caused them the game against Gambia. Mistakes are bound to happen in football. What should be their major focus at this moment is how the team would beat Tunisia in the third play match. That is the only way they can redeem your image. We heard it from your idol, the one we call Dudu Mayana, the Peter Rufai, the most inspirational the most inspirational former Super Eagle goalkeeper who knows what it means in the round leader game, has urged you that you don't need to keep on lamenting on the mistake of the past, but rather focus on this assignment at hand. If you keep on lamenting, you may eventually lose the third place match again. That will be another disaster. Instead, focus on the game at the next assignment at your hand. You can't bring back what has happened against the Gambia. The Gambians are already easy out of the competition and they are through to the final. So rather focus on the good things that you qualify for the World Cup, but now focus on the third place match against the Tunisia. Still from the home front, the Olympic Eagles, the one we call the Dream Team, will now hold their Guinean counterpart, in Abuja as against the earlier scheduled to host the game in Ibadan. The Nigerians under 20 Olympic will now hold their Guinea counterpart at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium on Wednesday, on the 2nd of this month, in the final round of the qualifier for this year Africa under 23 Cup of Nations. The game was earlier scheduled for Lagos Salami Stadium in Ibadan. But but to reach this stage of the series, but that has now been changed as the team will now be hosting their Guinea counterpart at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium. I think that is a good one for the Abuja soccer fans who will now have the opportunity to watch their darling team, the Olympic Eagles, at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium come on the 22nd of this month. On the 22nd of this month. Still from the home front, but within the continent, the Golden Eagle opponent, their opener at the forthcoming under 17 African Cup of Nations (AFCON) scheduled for Algeria, the Morocco, has once again threatened to boycott the match if the host, the Algeria, refused to allow them to fly directly from Morocco to Algeria. If you recall, at the just concluded CHAN won by Senegal, Morocco also failed to participate in that competition after the host Morocco denied them the landing permit to land in their airspace due to the diplomatic role between the two nations. But the Moroccans are seeking a permission to ensure that the Moroccans are not willing to stay in Algeria through the competition. Instead, they want to be flying directly from Morocco to Algeria to take part in the competition. The request, which is not going down well with the Algerians, and Algeria declined on giving them that flying permit to land in their airspace. But due to that, they pull out from the CHAN competition, and here again they are threatening to pull out from the AFCON competitions if the Algerians refuse to allow them to fly in directly. We hope that the CAF should have handled this statement, who have handled this issue before now, and immediately after the situation that will occur during the CHAN competitions when the Morocco could not participate due to the diplomatic role between the two nations. But however, we wonder why CAF is still allowing this situation to still leak on. And now, here, once again, the Moroccans are threatening to pull out of the African Youth Championship, who are the openers of the Golden Eagle at the championship. Stay from the front ahead of the second stages of the Nigerian Professional League. The Enugu Ranger Internationals have fortified their squad by recruiting three additional players into their fold. The ongoing season has not been too fantastic for the Fly Antelope, as they have managed to win 3 matches out of the 9 matches played so far. But the Abdul Mekawa's side are not leaving any stone to ensure that they remain in the promotion number to fortify their squad ahead of the Johnson of the second target of the Lewis to resume immediately after the governorship election has recruited 3 more players. In a statement by the management of the club, the coaching crews in the statement succeeded in getting the service of the trio of Austin Osaide, Leonard Ogoshuku, and Shine Shiremu Uweze, as the team completed their preparations for the commencement of the second stages of the league. The three have already started training with the club, and in a higher spirit to contribute their quotas toward helping the club achieve its set target for the season. The attacking midfielder and fullback Osaide was gotten from Dakar FC, just as Ogoshuku is joining the club from Akwa United, and why the young midfielder Shine Shirem joined the club from the national league side, the giant brilliant FCs of Enugu. Well, we'll be going for a short break, but don't go anywhere. When we return from the short break, we still have a whole lot of story to give you. Just don't go anywhere.
For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
Well, welcome back from that short break. We are glad to know that you are still with us. This is not the best moment for the Nigerian wrestlers, as the Nigerian wrestler failed to make a ranking point in the just release ranking released by the United Wrestling World Wrestling. In the World Wrestling in the new ranking released by the World Wrestling, the Nigerian three-time world champion Odunai Odorokoye missed from the ranking, while Blessing Oborodudu, the Olympic silver medalist, dropped down in the ranking, while and other Nigerian wrestlers slumped in the new ranking released by the world governing body. The Nigerian women wrestlers failed to earn a point in the 2023 ranking table as released by the world governing body. The world governing body has updated its ranking series starting after the first ranking event held in Zagreb in Zagreb Open, which was held in Zagreb, Croatia. Nigeria has no strong representations in the ranking, with former three times world champion Odunai Odorai, as well as Olympic silver medalist missing in the ranking table posted by the world governing body in their website. Olympic silver medalist and former world number one, two-time ranking Blessing Oborodudu in the ranking was demoted to 25th position with 580 points, while Mercy's Agnes, previously ranked sixth in the world in her 56 classes, slipped into 10th position. Kolawole Esther failed to sustain her grip in a 51st cage category by slump from her previous position of 9th to 11th with 18,200 points. The Union World Wrestling Ranking Series determined the seat for the 2023 World Ranking Champion, as well as prize money for the athlete. I think this is not the best moment for the Nigerian wrestlers. I hope that ahead of the 2024 Olympic, as fast 2024 Paris Olympic is fast approaching, we can't afford to slip down to slim in the ranking system, because the ranking system definitely earns us a point and the qualification to the Olympic. So we urge the Nigerian wrestlers and the particular female who have done the country proud severally not to lose hope, but however to step up their campaign and step up their by participating in more competition, and all the corporate body to come to their waves and to come to their support and to ensure that they have what it takes to participate in the various competitions, and that is the only way they can earn a ranking point. Well, just like I told you from the beginning of the start, yesterday was another disastrous one for the PSV side. All their dream to win the Champions League was once again cut short as they failed to progress beyond the round of 16, having losing the second leg of the round of 16 tied 2-0, and they crashed out of the round of 16 on 3-0 aggregate. And following that defeat, then the world champion, the World Cup winner, the man who was instrumental for the France campaign at the just concluded World Cup, scoring a hat-trick, the first player to do so in the recent time, Kylian Mbappe, refused to comment on his future with Paris Saint-Germain. There has always been a rumor that Mbappe is not willing to continue with the Paris Saint-Germain project, that the Paris Saint-Germain can never grant him his wish to win the Champions League. The young player has won all that he wanted to win with him at the young age, has won the World Cup and several titles. But however, the desire of any player is to win the Champions League, and however, all attempt to achieve this golden dream with the Paris Saint-Germain has always fell short. Yesterday, the like of Messi, despite the status two side made the like of Messi, Mbappe, and named them, they could not go beyond the German side. As Mbappe, who also promised before the match that he will ensure he carried the weight, as he was not too fit for the first leg match play in Paris. Promised yesterday that he want to do all he could to ensure that he carried the French side beyond past the German. But however, the Bayern side kept him quiet throughout the match yesterday, and he could not help as they succumbed to the fire force of the German side, losing 2-0, and then crash out of the competition on 3 goal aggregate. After the match and the Paris after the match, the France star was approached and he said, no, I am calm. The only thing that matter to me now, is to win the League One, and then I will see what follow. The Messi told the reporter after the game. At the moment, I am only talking about this season. Nothing else matter to me, and we are disappointed, obviously disappointed by the match yesterday. Well, if my producer have the result of the Champions League matches played yesterday, also yesterday, the result of the Champions League match played yesterday, let me see the result. And at the same time, yesterday also, Tottenham also came short of their expectation to progress to the next round of the quarterfinal of the Champions League, as they were held to 0-0 at their own stadium after losing the first leg match 1-0 to the in away to Italy, and that then crashed out of the competition on 1-0 aggregate. Then congratulations to AC Milan and congratulations to Bayern Munich who have progressed to this round of to the quarterfinal of the Champions League. And today, the one we call Thursday football. Let's go the feature of today's game in the Europa Cup. The one we call Thursday features. And today, the Bayern Leverkusen will be taking on Fenerbahce, while Romas will take on Real Sociedad. Sporting Club of Portugal will host Arsenal. Union Berlin will take on Union Saint-Etienne, and Juventus will take on Freiburg, while Manchester United will host Real Betis. Sevilla will host Fenerbahce, while Shakhtar Donetsk will take on Feyenoord. That is going a mouth-watering class to be watched today. Arsenal will be attempt to progress to the quarterfinal of the competition if they get past beyond Sporting Club. But however, Manchester United, who were dust, how do I describe it? We were just on Sunday by Liverpool. Liverpool reduced and taking them from the high altitude down to nothing, beating Manchester United 7-0. Will now attempt to come back today, and well, we are going to see how Manchester United will respond after that whitewashing and that scandalous defeat to Liverpool, and how they will respond today when they host Red Benitez. But however, the captain, the coach of the side, said that he will stick with Fernandes as he stand in captain until Maguire came in. Despite Fernandes was heavily criticized for his performance against the Liverpool side. Well, Sporting fans, we have a whole lot of matches to watch out tonight, but however, don't give up on what is likely going to be at today's game. But Juventus, who are also strongly on the home front, will host a free ball like I told you earlier, and there will be a whole lot of matches today. At least after today's work, we have several opportunity to spend your time with until you come your way again for another interesting edition of the Sport Upbeat. Tomorrow is Friday, and possibly we'll be giving you the weekend preview of the league matches and what will likely to happen, both from the home front and the foreign and the foreign scene. Until you come your way for another interesting edition, I remain yours sincerely, Salihu Usman.